What's going on, fam? Welcome back. This is Chris with Food for You Thoughts. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're back with another Divine Alignment Light Code message. I already know you've been taking care of yourself, learning much you can about who you are, why you're here on the planet at this time, and what can we all do to play our part on our own hero's journey, because we all have our own unique purpose, mission, destiny, life path that we have to fulfill. Nobody's gonna come save you but yourself with proper knowledge of self. Okay, so I'm here to remind you of your greatness, to let you know you got this. The universe gonna align you with people like myself, just sharing their true ups and downs, the things that work and the things that didn't work for them. But the most important step, you got to do your own research and test things out and see what works best for you. Okay, so we're back with the new presentation series, and it's all about the voice of the silent, Fragment 1, inner voice basics. And as you can see, the central theme for this presentation series is all about the heart chakra, melting that cold heart, so replacing that stone heart and giving you a heart of flesh, and basically, raising your overall energy, frequency, and vibration, so you can have that balance, that overall relationship with the universe that you deserve. Okay, so it's all about tapping into yourself and really loving yourself. The universe loves you, but do you love you? Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna get, like always, I'm gonna give you some of my key points, some of my takeaways. I'm gonna get you out of here, all right? But it's all about cutting out the middleman and learning to do things for yourself. So Mother Universe right now is pushing everybody from the material aspect of life, because you done maxed out this world. It's time to learn about the more spiritual aspects of life, like how do things happen from the inside out instead of the outside in, so we can have that inner outer balance that we deserve. Okay, you hear people talking about it, but nobody really explain or express it. So I'm here today to just give you some of my key points and takeaways and the things that help me level up on my own hero journey. I hope that makes sense. And when you know better, you're gonna do better. Okay, so a couple of references, reference point. It's all about knowing thyself. Romans, chapter 12, verse 3-8. And then I would love to introduce you guys to Lady Wisdom, or Madam Insight, Mother Nature, right? So to quick reference on her, go to Proverbs 3:13, and this number 3:13. And once you come to realization of self, right, this number 3:13 is going to keep popping up on you. Okay, I hope that makes sense, especially if you're seeing a lot of synchronicity. And then also to help reference, especially with these Bible scriptures, please use the Message versions as a comparison. It's broken down in layman's terms, and it takes the Shakespearean out of the language, and that way you can get a better understanding and a different perspective about the literature. Okay, it's all about the story and how you understand and how the scripture applies to your life. And remember, everything is interconnected. Okay, it's not about believing, it's about knowing. What do you know? And the universe been showing me things. That's why I'm able to deliver these presentations. And my overall intent is to put as many things as I can in one little package, and just let your intuition guide you on a nice little adventure for yourself. So I can easily be, going over this presentation for a couple of hours, but I'm not going to do that to you. Let your intuition guide you, all right, as always. So it's all about the heart chakra. So it's all about raising your overall energy, frequency, and vibration, so you can tap into the first plateau of the heart, because there are two. All right, you got the green and the pink right here, and once you really tap into that heart chakra, that's when you're gonna hit this entrance right here. All right, and that's what it's all about. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So if you're new to the channel, it's all about personal growth and development, self-discovery, self-realization, that which leads to knowledge of self. Learn to do things for yourself. That way you can cut out the middleman, and that way you can start building your own continuity system for yourself and your family. I hope that makes sense so far. That way nobody, your future generation are not sitting around guessing, trying to figure this stuff out. You already laid out the blueprint for them, and that's what I'm doing for my family. All right, so build your own continuity system. So don't copy people gifts and talents. You have your own unique gifts and talents. Tap into it. The universe is waiting on you. All right, so as always, our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons to gain that experience and knowledge for our soul growth. And as you grow, you're gonna get that experience and knowledge, especially when you learn it and applying these 7 Hermetic principles daily, because whether you know it or not, you're doing these things each and every day. So why not get better acquainted and learn how to apply these things in your life, so you can get the balance that you deserve. So after 30, 60, 90 days, you're gonna keep refining and repeat until you find your own sweet spot and figure out how things work in your life. All right, so with that being said, people gonna start seeing your results. and you're going to help people to help themselves so they can level up on their own hero journey. But the most important thing that you're going to gain from this, you're going to learn to trust your own intuition, your own inner voice, your own energy, and you'll realize everything matters. Everything is interconnected. I'm here just showing, illustrating and showing you my expressions of how everything's interconnected, and also some references point, that way you can, teach yourself, because you are your own teacher and student in your own life. I hope that makes sense. So it's all about, follow your own biorhythm and flow in life. And so as you get your moolah in your own reality, make sure you paying yourself first 10%, all right, and keeping your money in check. So before you pay any bill or put any money out there to the universe, make sure as soon as you get that money in, pay yourself 10%, because you the one putting in all that work. And that way, after about, a year, maybe 2 to 3 years, you have some money left over for a rainy day, all right? Or if you want to splurge once a year, you can take 20% of your savings of this 10% after a year and splurge on yourself. It's okay. It's your money. All right. Learn to play bank in your own life. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Hint, hint, hint. All right. But it's all about focus on high quality thoughts and learning something new each and every day. Speaking of learning something new each and every day, that's why I have these references here. So let's go over them real quick. So I have As a Man or a Woman Thinketh by James Allen. Right. And then we have Celestial Ship of the North by Valencia Stratton. And then we also have God Man, the Word Made Flesh by George Carey and Inez Perry. And then we also have The Light of Egypt by Thomas Burgoyne. All right. And then we have George Carey Works. This is 3 books in one. And then up top here, we have Your Guardian Angel and You. I can't forget that, by Denny Sargent. Your Guardian Angel and You by Denny Sargent. And then we have The Voice of the Silent. And this, the topic of this, presentation series by Blavatsky. And then we have Isis Unveiled, Volume 1 and 2 by Blavatsky as well. Tapping you into Madam Insight. All right. But it's all about leaving no stone unturned on your hero journey and climbing Jacob's ladder. And right now, the universe is exposing who you should cut ties with. So make sure you paying attention. And it's all about balancing your material and spiritual life. All right. So let's go up top. We're going to flow. I'm going to give you some of my key points and I'm takeaways and get you out of here. So it's all about unity consciousness. So what does that mean to me? That means, everybody taking full responsibility and accountability for all their actions, being very intentional with, being the cause in your life instead of waiting for the effect to happen. So how do we be very intentional? Know where we're going. Do you have a plan for your life? So if you don't have a plan for your life, you plan to fail. So it's all about having some direction in life, knowing where you're going each and every day. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 7 years? Okay, so with that being said, that's why these books are very important. It's going to help guide your thoughts, and values in a certain direction, so you can, level up yourself. That way you're not, waiting for somebody to come save you. You're going to save yourself because you're learning, all right, and you're growing, all right. So with that being said, again, it's all about responsibility and accountability, being very intentional each and every day and playing your role, not copying somebody else's gift and talent, and putting it out there to the universe like it's your own. Tap into your own energy, frequency, and vibration. And then what's going to happen as you build it, start, really listen to your own inner voice, your own energy, you're going to build a wonderful relationship with your inner self. Okay, you're going to get those manifestations from the inside out instead of the outside in, because the outside in is the illusion. And you'll be able to add value in your life and other people's lives as well, because you're going to start leveling up big time. All right, so underneath all the layers, in the divine mind of the all, we're divine light beings having this our earthly experience. This is your true self. All right, so speaking of the heart, it's all about the electromagnetic field of the heart. So our thoughts and emotion affect the heart magnetic field, which energetically affects those in our environment, whether they're conscious of it or not. So to get down here to have your earthly experience, of course, your mother and father got to get together, create that big bang so you can have an avatar suit so you can have your earthly experience. And as soon as you hit the ground running, everybody's going to teach you about the things that work and things that didn't work for them. And then they're going to send you to school or whatever, get institutionalized, right? And then you're going to start really testing things out for yourself. But throughout the course of your life, that's what's going to really make you wise. And basically that's what led you to this presentation day, because you realize there's more to life than what we've been told and what your dad, your grandparents, these institutions have taught us. So it's all about doing our own research and leaving no stone unturned on our own hero's journey. So again, Mother Universe is pushing us from the material aspect, getting that 360 degrees from the material aspect to the spiritual side, right? And that way we can operate as that one force, that positive and negative energy like a battery, all right? That one force that we came here to be. And so as you balance these polarities out, you're gonna notice that your quality of life is gonna change. You're gonna go from the known to the unknown, okay? So each and every day it's all about getting new knowledge, testing things out, see what works, what doesn't work for you, finding your own sweet spot, but refining, repeating the process, and continue to work on yourself each and every day on your own hero's journey. Speaking of hero's journey, by you viewing this presentation right now, obviously you receive your call to adventure from the universe. Again, the universe gonna line you with people like myself, just sharing their true ups and downs, the things that work, things that didn't work for them. But it's all about listening to your own inner voice, your own energy. Again, it's all about relationships. So you going from the known to the unknown. It's all about that supernatural aid. Can you see a spirit? Can you see air? No. So it's all about listening to your own inner voice, your own energy. And by you listen to that your own inner voice is gonna lead you on a nice little adventure. You're gonna learn, everything that you need to learn about the universe. You're going to learn about music, the different energy, frequency, and vibration of the planet. You're going to learn more about, astrology. Speaking of astrology, you got Dolo the Pilot Man, you got Santo Bonacci, you got Sister Mara Moss, Brother Freeman L, and many others out there sharing their knowledge about, the stars, the cosmos, all right? But you got to do your own research, okay? And then, as you grow through your own personal transformation and atonement process, you're going to learn more about sacred geometry. Speaking of sacred geometry, if you haven't heard of Brother Sanchez TV, you're doing yourself a disservice. So please get on YouTube, look up Brother Sanchez TV. He's going to give you some eye training, help you line things up, and you'll realize, like, man, the universe speaks through everything, and you'll see the sacred geometry even in this presentation here. It's everywhere, all right? It's all about leaving no stone unturned on your own hero's journey. I hope that makes sense, right? So with that being said, and also you're going to learn more about your anatomy. As you learn more about, how things happen from the inside out instead of the outside in, it's going to help you tap into your own Christ consciousness, so you can tap into your own throne of God, and so you can be the light bringer, all right? So you can share the light to others and help people level up on their own hero's journey. I hope that makes sense so far, all right? But each and every day, it's all about learning how can we be a better person overall, and just leveling up, just working on ourselves continuously over and over and over again. Life is a never-ending story. Yeah, this flesh may go, but the spirit doesn't die, and we all know that, okay? So it's all about being the cause in your life instead of waiting for the effect to happen. By you being very intentional, the universe is gonna mirror your intent, and you're gonna start seeing more synchronicities. 1111, 222, 333, and Mother Universe, Mother Nature. Speaking of Mother Nature, she's waiting on you. Go out there, spend some time, start feeding the birds. All right, start paying attention to your surroundings. You'll be amazed when you sit still and be in the present moment. You'll be amazed what manifests before your eyes. Okay, so again, going back up here, for you to have your earthly experience, the Big Bang starts with you. As a man or a woman thinking, everything starts in the mind first before it manifests in the physical. So the principle of truth are, are 7. He or she who knows these understandably possess the magic key before whose touch of all doors of the temple fly open. And we know by now the temple is your mind. Everything starts in the mind first, or the spiritual realm, before it manifests in the physical. So whoever, lets himself be led by the heart would never lose his way. Are you being led by the heart? All right, as you climb Jacob's ladder on your own hero's journey, I'm just saying. So it's all about mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. And to make sure, if you don't have any core values, please use these each and every day. These are going to make sure you tap into your heart chakra, or at least trying to align yourself. You being intentional to align yourself with your heart chakra. And these are the 7 principles of Ma'at. Now, Ma'at is an ancient system of morals and values that's going to help guide your thoughts and behavior, and, as you navigate in your own matrix reality. And what are these, principles based on? Truth. Based on, the fact with honesty and integrity, justice, a state of fairness and lawful judgment, righteousness, a state of consistent good conduct, reciprocity, what goes around comes around, balance, and equal distribution of weight, order, a correct sequence of thoughts and action, and lastly, harmony, what one accord or pleasing arrangements. Now, the world is equally divided between the people that want to lift people up and the people that want to tear people down. So I choose to lift people up by, adding value to their life and just sharing my open and honest experience, my failures, my successes, and the tools that help me level up. and once you know better, you're gonna do better. So it's all about setting those causes, in action, right? So you can reap the effects later. So by me adding value to other people's lives and my life too, so the universe is gonna mirror my intent. So it's gonna reward me, in more than one way. So I want you to know, like, hey, you can read the universe in your favor. So help yourself and level yourself up to level other people up. All right, you can't pour from an empty cup. I hope that makes sense. So let's get ready to close things out. I'm gonna get you guys out of here. So it's all about, material items gonna come and go, but learn to do things for yourself. Cutting out that middleman is more important, is longer lasting. So knowledge of self is more important and longer lasting. So if you don't learn anything else, like I said to you before, please learn these 7 hermetic principles. You're doing these things each and every day, whether you know it or not. So why not learn how to apply these things more, be more consistent, in your life. And that way you can find your own sweet spot. And that way people gonna see your results. You'll be able to share your story, with people from the heart. All right. So with that being said, it's all about, there's a good side, not so good side to everything, but make sure you do your own research. But there's a neutral ground. So balance your polarity. Okay. And as you level up in your own hero journey, okay, you're tapping into your own Christ consciousness, so to speak, or God or goddess consciousness. Be mindful of your word. You can make or break a person's day. So, I choose to lift people up. That's why I always tell you, like, I already know you're having a great day. Just, stay focused on your purpose, your mission, your life path, you know what I'm saying? So speak life into people's lives, okay? Lift people up. So let's get ready to get out of here and close this things out. So with that being said, let's open in. So far hence remain, O ye profane, all in all, a mystery assuredly, truly divine, which will charm all spectators, especially the innermost heart chakra. That inner spirit will rightly evoke the wonder and love. Now, the great mother, Atum God, we all have a name for, Mother Universe, gave things rightly to will, to know, to have power, and to be. So the first step, be ye washed, ye shall be clean. 2, one maker of all, they shall have the ministries of other powers. You starting to tap into your senses, that smelling, hearing, taste. You really tapping into all these senses and really being in the present moment. 3, to the worthy, they shall be sacrifice and rewards, because you got to give up some things, like the people that have been slowing you down. As you've been growing, spiritually and emotionally, and you've been looking in the mirror like, hey, I done picked up some bad habits. And, especially if you haven't been paying attention to your 7-year growth cycles, you got to look in the mirror first. So I've been, you got to, take responsibility. Say, man, I've been choosing to hang out with these people, pick up these bad habits, been slowing me down. Let me start, getting some of these books Chris been suggesting, and just, each day, even if I just read a chapter or a couple pages, I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna set a goal for myself. I'm gonna read 3 pages a day until I can build up that muscles, until it can be 6 pages a day. I hope that makes sense. And that's what I had to do too, okay? So your brain is a muscle. Your brain can do way more than what you think it can do, okay? So I'm here to remind you of your own greatness, all right? And let you know that you got this. So you got to give up some things to go up to the next level. So the things that you outgrown, just let that stuff go and make room for the things that's going to help you, get those experiences that you need and deserve in your life, okay? I hope that makes sense in simpler terms. All right, to the worthy, these shall be him, because the things that I'm expressing right now really doesn't make any sense. It's going to go right over your head. So the people that really been working on their heart chakra, these presentations are going to line you right on up. Make sure you get these books though, okay? All right. So with that being said, for if the reward have gone to the unworthy, so the people that haven't really been working on themselves, you have to go through the first step first. You gotta, clean your heart. You start all over from scratch. All right, it's okay to start over, but you got to do it now. All right, that's the only way it's going to be a ministry for you. So number 5, now our offering, by us just doing the right thing and tapping into unity consciousness, helping people to level up, our offering shall be acceptable for God or the universe, so to speak, because we putting out good energy to the cosmos, right? And for us, it shall be respect and honor, because the universe is going to mirror our intent. Number 6, to them, according to the degree of probation or test, so to speak, it shall be a joyful experience, because we learning, each and every day is nothing more than a situation and a test that we have to pass as we grow through our own personal transformation and atonement process. All right, and so the sacred rites of whose mysteries are you about to practice shall be open to the worthy, and again closed against the wicked. All right, so bottom line up front, These instructions are for those who are ignorant or who lack the knowledge of the dangers of the lower psychic power, which deal with your senses, sight, taste, smell, feel, all this stuff, and then also the spiritual powers. So I'm here to remind you, you gotta remember to hear and comprehend that inner voice. It's speaking to you all the time, and a lot of you guys don't want to hear that thing until I say shit hits the fan, okay? When everything, you hit rock bottom, and that's when you want to get on your knee like, oh God, please help me. How do I get out of this, right? We all been there, but you can tap into that voice all day, every day, right? And that's the thought producer, gonna help generate some ideas for you, but you gotta make sure you write those doggone ideas down and start doing research around those ideas. I hope that makes sense, and that way you can start focusing your own mind, be in control of your mind. All right, and it's going to take a little self-mastery, but you must start controlling those habits, your daily routines that have been slowing you down, those patterns and those bad beliefs that we've been taught throughout the years from our parents, grandparents, these institutions, you name it, right? So as we get ready to close things out, what we got to do, Chris, we got to silence the outer world for inner peace. Everything starts from the inside out instead of the outside in, so we can hear the voice of the heart goddess. So that way we can start getting that harmony that we need. We can have that balance, right? And so with that being said, balance your spiritual, your material and spiritual life. Use the law, the 7 principles, these 7 hermetic principles, the 7 natural laws: mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. And that's what's going to happen is you're going to have a union of the higher self. All right, so you can tap into your own Christ consciousness. All right, and remember, your body is a temple to connect with the divine, and we live in a realm of nothing more than energy, frequency, and vibration. Once you understand that, you realize like, hey, I can't eat all these different foods that they advertise to me on TV. I got to keep my temple clean. All right, so the soul is caught in a web of delusion of personality, these masks. I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a chef, and it causes a lot of separation. So I'm here to remind you, listen to that inner whisper. All right, follow your inner guidance, your inner radar system. All right, and remember, this earth or your heart is a hall of sorrow with a path of nothing more than test and trial situation that leads to the valley of true light, which burn without wick or fuel. So what does that mean, Chris? That means, again, every day is nothing more, it's a daily test, your own hero journey for the ego. So you're gonna learn, the things that work and things that don't work for you, and the people that you really need to cut off. And what I realize, a lot of people don't, do research, okay, and try to learn something new. By you learning something new, it's going to help build new brain cells. They call that neuroplasticity, okay? So we're here to grow together, okay? I'm sharing my experience with you, but you got to do your own research, test things out, and we can grow together. So it's all about cutting out the middleman and knowing thyself. So you got to give up the personality, right? I'm a chef, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm this and that, and to the no self, which is the soul and the spirit, right? So reference Ezekiel 36:26, John chapter 10, 34 through 37, Psalms 82, every day if you have to, until you can figure out like, oh, I get it now. So we are reflections of, of the creator, so to speak, having our own individual experience as ourselves. Damn right. Okay, when you know better, you're gonna do better, and that way you can tap into your abyss. You get it? All right, so as we close things out, you got 3 halls, you got 3 levels of consciousness that's going to get you to the the hall of the heart. Okay, so you're going to go from ignorance, which lack knowledge, you really haven't been doing any research, you just blindly believing what everybody say is true. All right, but we're going from not knowing to learning. All right, getting these books, and that's going to lead to that wisdom that you need. Okay, and that's going to lead to the heart chakra, and you're going to realize like, wow, everything's connected. I'm not separate, from the universe or separate from God. They teach us that. Why is that? That's by design. And then once you tap into the heart, you're on your own. Remember, you're going to lead yourself all the way to the crown. You're going to balance your own polarity, and you're going to, have a nice little reunion. Your higher self resides in the hall of wisdom, and it's waiting on you. Are you going to put in the work to get there? All right, it's going to take a little work. And speaking of work, you're going to go through these levels here. You got groundness, awareness, feeling, discrimination, love, expression, vision, divinity, time, soul, transmutation, connection, yin, yang, polarity, similarities, harmony, freedom, kundalini, all right, mastery, abundance, clarity, knowledge, creation, manifestation, alignment, peace, wisdom, enjoyment, forgiveness, faith, grace, and which leads to the 33rd, your Christ consciousness, your divine union. I hope that makes sense so far. And you climb all the way up that Jacob's ladder and you realize like everything's interconnected. Exactly. All right. So with that being said here, now with that being said, we're going to get ready to close this thing on out. So once you reach that hall of wisdom, you realize like, man, okay, all I gotta do is just plant those positive seeds each and every day, learn something new about myself. The universe gonna line me up with people that gonna need my assistance. Am I gonna show up or not? It's up to me, right? And then you're gonna learn to master your Lord, nature, and vices. Okay, we'll speak about that in Fragment 3. Okay, to exit the illusion and enter the veil of bliss, which is your own inner God. You are breaking these 7 seals within your body, right? And that's gonna tap you into higher frequency awareness. You'll see the overall interconnectedness of everything, right? And that's gonna let you know that you done built a nice relationship with your own inner voice and your own energy. But the requirement is a clean heart. Okay, and again, it's all about raising your overall energy, frequency, and vibration, your kundalini, serpentine energy force, your spirit matter, and becoming the path and the light on your own hero's journey. And then from there, you tap into your own Christos, right? And so basically, this has been my own key points and takeaway when it comes to the voice of the silent. Fragment 1, inner voice basic, dealing with the heart. Okay, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you. Appreciate the content. Drop a thank you. If you really appreciate the content, please donate to the channel. You too do not pay me for my material. Okay, this is my own research and my own continuity system. I'm sharing it with you guys. So please donate to the channel to show your support. We'll be back with Fragment number 2. Until next time, take care of yourself, love yourself. As always, our purpose and mission require learn a whole bunch of life lessons, right? To gain that experience and knowledge for our soul growth. And as you grow, you're going to help people to help themselves, to break those doggone generational curses. You're going to trust your own inner voice, your own energy. You realize everything matters. You're going to follow your own biorhythm and flow in life. And remember, you got to pay yourself first 10%. Okay, they playing with the money. And maintain those high quality thoughts by reading these books, just reading a little bit each and every day, testing things out. It's going to lead you on a nice little adventure of knowledge yourself. So this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Until next time, take care of yourself, love yourself, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.